Hello and welcome to the video overview for Anki Drive. I'm going to show you the starter set, which comes with two cars, the playmat, a sticky pad, and the chargers. And we'll take a look at how it all works together. So the cars, if you take a look at them, they're about slot car size, if you can imagine classic slot cars. I think the whole idea behind Anki Drive is taking the idea of slot cars and bringing them into I guess the present, so to speak. The cars are controlled by my iPad, and I think you have to have an iOS device that's iPad 3 or greater, iPhone 4S or greater, and iPad mini or greater, I believe. Um, the slot cars come with the sticky pad. Slot cars. Anki Drive comes with a sticky pad for the tires. The playmat or the racetrack is actually fully vinyl, and the cars grip to the mat. But as they drive around, I have a pair of dogs, so stuff tends to collect on the mat, and then the slot cars pick it up on their wheels, and that actually makes the slot cars slide around quite a bit. So they're made to be quite sticky to the track, actually. So you have to wipe down the slot cars with the sticky pad, and you have to wipe down the mat fairly frequently with something to keep it all tacky, so the cars can actually go around and do what they're supposed to. So as you can see, the app that is free to download controls everything pretty much, and you can do a whole bunch of stuff with the app, and they've recently updated the app itself, so there's a whole bunch of new modes and things like that. But you can make various upgrades to your cars and so on, which actually affect how they drive and how they play through the app, and that stays with the cars, which is quite cool. So you're building progression on each and every car. And yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to say. So here we go. We're gonna jump into a race. The races are actually a battle mode. This one in particular, there is a race mode specifically, and what happens is the cars race around, and if you can imagine Mario Kart where you're shooting each other with shells and you're laying behind banana peels or bombs in this case. And the first one, the race is actually about getting a score rather than finishing first. So the first one to get 5 points by killing your opponent 5 times wins. So in this case, I'm racing a computer opponent, but you can do this with friends if they also have iPhones. And actually this race looks quite boring because there's only two cars, but if you buy the additional cars, which are actually quite expensive at $70 a piece, it gets a little more fun. I think there's a total of 6 cars available that you can get, but only 4 are running on the track at one time. You tilt your iOS device to change lanes, so to speak. If you can imagine, there's inside and outside lanes, probably about 5 or 6 of them on the track. So you tilt the iOS device to change lanes. You can also change the speed of your car as well as the weapon. So you basically race around and you shoot each other. Overall, the idea is great. I mean, it replicates the feeling of slot cars. You do have to clean the mat fairly frequently again. It can get fairly finicky. But overall, I think it's a cool experience. It does require a lot of work every time to roll out the mat and roll it back in, and I mean, over time, I haven't used it that much because you have to make a lot of space. It's quite large, as you can see. But I think overall, what they were going for is a step in the right direction. It's definitely a cool way to play slot cars, and I think if you have several friends over, it's definitely very fun. But the advantage of this over traditional slot cars even is that it's all computer controlled, so you can play by yourself as well. So I think it's a great set from Anki Drive to start with. It is expensive, but I think overall a great piece. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Cheers.